Okay, let's have a look at some adverts first of all, and we can look at some new vocabulary here. This is the lovely page on Urlaubspiraten, the holiday pirates, where you could go and check out the latest offers to book holidays in Germany. So let's have a look at some adverts. Okay, don't look anything up, just see if you can answer any of my questions about this advert. First question is, what is the lowest price that you might be able to get this holiday for? And the answer is €129 because ab means from. So this holiday is available from €129. Okay, how long can you go for? The answer is 3 Nächte, which is 3 nights. Where will you be going? You'll be going to the Ostsee. And the Ostsee, which means East Sea, is what the Germans call the Baltic. So that's the Baltic Sea. Okay, what kind of accommodation will you have? Nice and easy, this one. It's in a top hotel. And where is that hotel? It's direkt am Strand, which means directly by the beach. Okay, and will you get your breakfast included for that price? Yes, you will, because that inkle is inclusive and your Frühstück is your breakfast. And final question on this one, when was that offer posted? Okay, you need to understand for and Stunden, because it was posted 21 hours ago. But remember that in German you put your for in front of your time. Okay, next advert. See if you can answer these questions. Okay, first of all, where are we going this time? Okay, this time we're going to the Nordsee, which is the North Sea. Are the prices any good? Well, this word, geil, just means cool or excellent. Okay, how long are we going? We're going for eine Woche, 1 week. Where are we staying? We're staying in a Ferienhaus, which is a holiday house. Okay. And it's an der Nordseeküste, so we know it's on the coast. Good. The price is €104 per person, assuming that how many of you go? Spot it down here. Belegung zu viert means assuming that it is occupied by 4 people. Okay, next advert. Okay, 3 things that they say that are positive about where you will be staying. What do they mean? Well, beautifully, they've started to use the word stylish English word, so we're fine with that. Zentral is a nice cognate, so it's central. And the only thing that you need to know is günstig. Günstig is not cheap, it is good value. So it's value for money. Okay, does it include breakfast? Yes, it does, because mit, remember, means with. And when was it posted? 2 days ago. Okay, next advert. Okay, what do we know about the ship and what do we find out about the price? Right, you should be able to spot, even if you've never seen nagelneu before. Neu is the word for pin, and nagelneu means it's super new, it's like new as a pin. Strange as an expression for us, but new as a pin, nagelneu, really super new. So it's a nagelneues Schiff, and it's a niedrig means low, A niedriger Preis means it's a low price. Good. What kind of holiday is this? Okay, a Flusskreuzfahrt. A Kreuzfahrt on its own is a cruise, and a Flusskreuzfahrt is a river cruise. And helpful to know as well that the Donau is the German word for the Danube. Okay, how long are we going for? Nice and easy because it's got the number there. 7 Nächte. We're going for 7 nights. Lovely. What times of year can we go? We can go im Sommer. Nice and easy. Cognate in the summer. And hopefully you've remembered that Herbst is autumn. Okay, last ad. This is a strange one. Where are we going to stay? Well, this is lovely. Übernachtung is to stay overnight. That's your overnight stay. And it's in a Strandkorb. I love these things. Strand is the word for beach. And Korb is the word for basket. And these are these little things here, which are little beach baskets with seats inside them to protect you from the wind that you have on the beach in the north of Germany. So you can actually stay overnight in one of these beach baskets. So you can stay overnight and sleep actually on the beach. And that's why we are unter freiem Himmel, which is lovely. We are under the free sky, so we are outdoors am Strand. Lovely. So you can spend a night in a Schlafstrandkorb, because these are designed for Schlaf, for sleeping. And the Ostsee, where did we say that was? And you remember that that was the Baltic. And how much is it going to cost us per person? There's our price, €42.50. Well done. Here we've got a text about why different places in Europe are particularly popular for holidays. What you need to do is pause me, have a look at the questions underneath, see how many you can answer, and then when you're ready for me to go through the answers, press play again. So, Italien, Frankreich, Spanien und Portugal gehören zu den beliebtesten Reisezielen in Europa aufgrund des ganzjährigen milden Klimas. So, first of all, we've got gehören zu. I would recommend you make a list of all our new vocab, and that means belong to. Den beliebtesten, beliebt is a really nice piece of vocab as well, and it means popular. But these just aren't popular, these are beliebtesten, they are the most popular. And they are Reisezielen, so they are travel destinations, ein Reiseziel. Okay, aufgrund, lovely word because it means because of. Because a Grund on its own is a reason. So, aufgrund des ganzjährigen milden Klimas. Well, hopefully you got this because you've got some nice cognates in here. Mild, so mild, and a Klima is obviously a climate. And hopefully you managed to pick up on this word ganzjährig, spotting the word for Jahr, for year, there in the middle. And ganzjährig means all year round. So number one, hopefully you spotted that it was because of the mild climate all year. Okay, number two says, what is worth a trip if you have children? Well, let's have a look. Typische Reiseorte in Frankreich und Städte sind Städte wie Paris und Nizza. So, typical travel places in Frankreich sind Städte wie Paris und Nizza. So, in France are towns like Paris and Nizza is the German word for Nice. Für Familien mit Kindern ist Disney auch eine Reise wert. So here we got it. For families with children, Disney is, and this is a nice expression, I would definitely make a note of this to use it. Eine Reise wert means worth a trip. Okay. So, number 2, what is worth a trip if you have children? Disneyland in France. Okay, number 3 says, why is Portugal a must-see? It says, auch ist Portugal wegen. Now that's another way to say because of. A little bit like aufgrund that we had up here. Okay, so because of der wunderschönen Strände. Wunderschön. Ah, wonderful. Strände is the plural of Strand. So that's beaches. And lebendiger are places that got lots of Leben, lots of life. So lebendiger are lively. And Städte, again, which came up here about France. Städte, plural of Stadt for towns. And they are ein Muss. So nice and easy. Nice and easy. Used like a must in English. They are a must in Europa. So hopefully you managed to pick up why is Portugal a must-see? Well, it's because of its wonderful beaches and lively towns. Number 4, what is classed as a secret tip in Spain? Well, let's have a look. So, und wer neben Madrid noch von einem Geheimtipp in Spanien erfahren möchte? So, if you want to go somewhere other than Madrid, you want to experience ein Geheimtipp. That's a secret tip. In Spanien sollte unbedingt eine Städtereise nach Sevilla machen. Okay, so you should do a Städtereise, a city tour or a city trip or a city journey nach Sevilla. So that's A on the end of there is the German version of Seville. Das ist eine beeindruckende Stadt mit toller Architektur. So beeindruckend means impressive. So it's an impressive town mit toller Architektur. Nice cognate there. It's got excellent architecture. So what's classed as a secret tip? In Spain, number 4 is Seville. Number 5, we've got our answer to that as well. Why? Because it's an impressive town with excellent architecture. And our last one from the text, why is Urbino recommended? It says, auch Italien bietet mehr als nur Rom und Florenz. So bietet, offers. So Italian also offers more than just Rome and Florence. A Geheimtipp again, so our secret tip. Für Urlaub in Italien wäre, nice word there, so it would be. So a secret tip would be Urbino and the italienischen Küste. So we know it's on the Italian coast. And it's a historische Stadt, die auf der UNESCO Weltnaturerbeliste steht. So also, it's on the, and this is a weird one for us because we just say it's on the list. In Germany, you have to say it stands on the list of the UNESCO Weltnaturerbe. So it's on the UNESCO World Heritage Sites list. Okay, so number 6, why is Urbino recommended? It's a historic town that is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Okay, give yourselves a score. Did you get that it was because of the mild climate? Did you also pick up that that's all year round? Did you pick up Disneyland? Ideally, that you mentioned that it's the one in France. Portugal is a must-see because it's wonderful beaches and lively towns. Your secret tip in Spain was Seville because it's an impressive town with excellent architecture. And Urbino is recommended because it is a historic town and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Give yourselves a score out of 11. Reading activities can seem ridiculously hard and daft, and you think, well, what's the point of that really apart from to test what I already know? But actually, you always need to look at a reading text and think, so how can I use this language to make my own sentences? Every time you do a text and you have to look up vocab, you should be thinking, basically, how can I nick it? Because ultimately, all language learning is about nicking new language from other speakers. Okay, so we're going to pinch a load of language from this text. So let's have a look at what we can take. The text starts with Italien, Frankreich, Spanien und Portugal gehören zu den beliebtesten Reisezielen in Europa aufgrund des ganzjährigen milden Klimas. So there's a reason for wanting to go somewhere, isn't there? So we could pinch that. We could take that and we could say, okay, all year round, mild climate. How can we use that? We're going to steal some of this language. So let's have a look what we can do with the first bit. We could say, ich möchte, I would like. Now remember that after ich möchte, then I would like to go. Your to go bit has to go at the end of this clause as an infinitive. So ich möchte nach Frankreich fahren, denn. And we're going to use that word for because, first of all. And we know that then does not change our word order. So it's a nice easy one to start because we can just say it has. Denn es hat ein ganzjähriges mildes Klima. And that's how we can steal that little bit of language. The next sentence says, typische Reiseorte in Frankreich sind Städte wie Paris und Nizza. Und für Familien mit Kindern ist Disney auch eine Reise wert. That's a really nice expression. It is eine Reise wert. So that might be our next thing to take. Ich werde nach Paris fahren, weil es eine Reise wert ist. So I've put Paris there. Obviously I wanted to say Frankreich. You'd hear me doing that. You could put any place in there. This one is not ich möchte, but ich werde. So I will. It works in the same way. This one was I would like to. And it works in the same way that our thing that we will do and the thing that we would like to do goes at the end there as an infinitive. So ich werde nach Paris fahren. You could say ich werde nach Frankreich fahren. Ich werde nach Spanien fahren. And then we've used weil this time. Now we hopefully will remember weil is slightly different because it sends our verb to the end. So we end up saying weil es eine Reise wert ist, because it is worth the trip. Okay, next sentence says, auch ist Portugal wegen der wunderschönen Strände und lebendiger Städte ein Muss Europas. So this is what we could steal from that. So we're going to use ich werde again, I will, and we're remembering that our fahren then has to go to the end of that clause. So this time, ich werde nach Portugal fahren, we're using weil again, and this time we're putting a new expression in, es gibt, there is or there are. And we know that our verb has to go to the end. So we've got weil es dort, which is just there, wunderschöne Strände und lebendige Städte gibt. So because there are, or there is wonderful beaches and lively cities there. Okay, so you can steal that bit and say, ich werde nach Portugal fahren, weil es dort wunderschöne Strände und lebendige Städte gibt. Okay, next paragraph. What can we take from this one? Und wer nach Madrid noch von einem Geheimtipp in Spanien erfahren möchte, sollte unbedingt eine Städtereise nach Sevilla machen. Das ist ja eine beeindruckende Stadt mit toller Architektur. Okay, we're going to use ich möchte. We're going to keep this simple. Ich möchte. Now, we're changing it slightly though. Instead of fahren again, this time we're putting besuchen. And besuchen is to visit. So you're saying, I would like to visit Sevilla. Now you could have said, ich möchte and you could have gone, ich möchte unbedingt eine Städtereise nach Sevilla machen, and you could have taken that expression from the text as well. Then you put in your reasoning. We're going with denn this time again, so no change in our word order. Denn sie ist eine beeindruckende Stadt. So remember that sie, when you're talking about a feminine thing, means it. So because it is an impressive town mit toller Architektur. And we've stolen that bit of language. Okay, final paragraph. Auch Italien bietet mehr als nur Rom und Florenz. Geheimtipp für Urlaub in Italien wäre Urbino an der italienischen Küste, eine historische Stadt, die auf der UNESCO Weltnaturerbeliste steht. I always want to say that wrong. Okay, so this is what we're going to steal. Ich will unbedingt Urbino besuchen. We're using besuchen, so we're visiting. This time we've got something different. We've got ich will. Now that is I want to. Remember that although it looks like will, that is I want to, and ich werde is I will. So, ich will unbedingt Urbino besuchen works in the same way. You can see our second verb has gone to the end. So, I want to visit Urbino. Denn ich möchte die historische Stadt sehen. We stuck with denn, we took no change in word order. We used another ich möchte though, and there's our verb at the end because I would like to see die historische Stadt. And if you're feeling like you can remember how to say UNESCO Weltnaturerbeliste, you could steal that as well. And you could put da. Now da does send our verb to the end. So you've got da die Stadt auf der UNESCO Weltnaturerbeliste steht. And that's da sending our state to the end. So because the town is on the UNESCO World Heritage List. Okay, well done. That's how we can use language from a text to make our own language to get ready for listening, for speaking and reading at GCSE. Thanks for watching H3 Languages. Please have a look at my other videos and I really hope that they help you.